Here is exactly who will and won't be making the playoffs out of the AFC in 2023. From seed 1 to 7, we have Kansas City, Cincinnati, Jacksonville, Buffalo, the Chargers, Cleveland, and the Baltimore Ravens. I obviously can't cover every team in depth. I'm just trying to give a general view of how I think the season's going to unfold this year. But drop it in the comments if there's any specific team that you want to hear more about. Kansas City, they're the clear 1 seed, defending Super Bowl champs. But Travis Kelce turns 34 next month, and as of today, he hyperextended his knee, so who knows if that will be a lingering issue throughout the season. Hopefully not. I have him on my fantasy team. But even still, at 34, how much longer could we expect him to be great? I think the Chris Jones situation will resolve itself, but even if it doesn't, they still have Pat Mahomes, and they'll get enough in return to stay future-proof. The Chiefs are going 13-4. So Cincinnati, Joe Burrow seems to believe that this is the year it will happen. If he was simply speaking from the offensive side of the ball, I would definitely believe him. But Von Bell and Jesse Bates leaving from the secondary is going to cause some serious problems at one point or another, and I think it'll bite them in the back late into the year or in the playoffs. It's something that not many people in terms of the mainstream media have been talking about, but I think that's pretty serious. Even still, it's Joe Burrow, so they're going to be in every game week in and week out. They'll finish 13-4, but a head-to-head loss against the Chiefs in week 17 will give the Chiefs the home field advantage. So Cincinnati, 13-4, 2 seed. Now for the 3 seed, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence has found his soulmate in Doug Peterson. This pair, combined with Christian Kirk, Calvin Ridley, Evan Ingram, Travis Etienne, will absolutely run the AFC South. The Jags have not been this good in a while. Even that team that went to the AFC Championship 5 or so years back wasn't this good because of their quarterback play. Sure, as an all-around team, they were great, but they did not have Trevor Lawrence. I picked Trevor Lawrence to be the 2023 passing yards leader, and I think he's going to absolutely tear it up. Jacksonville will also finish 13-4 this season. Buffalo. Are the Bills improving or are they declining? It's really hard to tell when Josh Allen's your quarterback. We heard the Stephon Diggs whispers, and we aren't putting too much stock into that, but there's a little bit of truth to every rumor that leaks. Von Miller's coming off of a torn ACL, and he's turning 34. So how much can we expect from him? The Bills are going to need a lot from the future Hall of Famer late in the season once he's back and fully healthy. But how about their run game? Josh Allen cannot be the leading rusher of this team. He cannot continue to take those hits because one time or another, it's going to cost them big. I think James Cook can take a big step in year 2. And if Dalton Kincaid turns out to be exactly who the experts say he is, the Bills should be absolutely fine, but that's a pretty big ask. In general, this team's biggest problem outside of the fact that they don't really have a rushing attack is that Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs are responsible for virtually all of the offensive output, and that's too much to ask. Buffalo will finish 12-5 and will win the AFC East to be the 4 seed. So the Chargers. Justin Herbert is an unbelievably generationally talented quarterback. He has not had the respect that he deserves because guys like Emmanuel Acho are out here calling him social media quarterback, and the fact that some of that has stuck in the general populace just screams casual football fan. You cannot watch this guy and say social media quarterback. Why? Because he makes amazing throws that not many other people on the planet can make. He has everything you need. Good mobility, good poise, and an absolute laser of an arm. This guy was paired up with Anthony Lynn as a rookie, and his first 2 years with Brandon Staley left us with a lot of questions on Brandon Staley's ability as a coach. You could point to the playoff loss and put that all on Herbert last year, but a lot of that is game management from the head coach. We need some big improvements from him to make the most out of Herbert's talents, because that's a good offense. Austin Eckler, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen in the twilight of his career, and a top 10 offensive line. If they can stay healthy, which is difficult for the Chargers, they're going to go 12-5 and make the playoffs as the 5 seed. Cleveland. My team. The way the media is sleeping on Cleveland just astounds me, and I don't know if it's all PR in terms of the Deshaun Watson situation, but we need to separate that because he is playing on Sunday. Let's be real. This team was a handful of plays away from going to the AFC Championship in 2020 with Baker Mayfield as their quarterback. Now they've improved in almost every category. Quarterback, receiver. They still have Nick Chubb. They've improved their O-line since then as well, which is hard to believe. Added Zadarius Smith, Rodney McLeod, Juan Thornhill. Amari Cooper's coming off of a 1,200-yard, 12-touchdown season. They added Elijah Moore. You could just keep going on and on and on and on and on. This is a good team with one of the best rosters in the league, and I just don't see how we think that they're not going to be able to put it together whatsoever. So overall, they're going to be much improved, and this team is going to go 12-5 this year, make the playoffs as the 6th seed. For the final spot in the AFC playoff picture, we're going with the Baltimore Ravens. Honestly, this last spot is tough because it could go to the Jets or the Steelers as well, but I like Baltimore. They're tough, they're physical, and now they're flashy too. Now you have Odell, who I'm not super high on, but he will be a good piece when paired with Zay Flowers. And Zay Flowers is going to be an explosive playmaker for them. They also have Mark Andrews, who has just been so reliable and dependent when he's healthy. And that's going to do a lot to help Lamar transition from a run-first quarterback to actually get a fair crack at being a pocket passer. I've been guilty of saying, Lamar can't win from the pocket, but let's be serious. Who has he really had to throw to over the past couple years? They literally had Deshaun Jackson and Dez Bryant as their free agency answers for Lamar at one point. That's ridiculous. You can't expect any young quarterback to succeed like that. Now we can truly evaluate him as a pocket passer, and he has the tools and the space to grow within that as well. If Lamar can stay healthy, if they don't overrun him, which I don't expect they will now that Greg Roman is gone, they're going to go 10-7, make the playoffs as the 7th seed, and who knows what could happen after that. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're pumped for the NFL season. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, because we got a ton of stuff coming throughout the entire season, and I am so excited to bring it to you guys. So thank you so much for the support. We will see you in the next one.